Time now to ask the expert. Here to answer your questions live on the air is Brett the vet from Arizona Animal Hospital. Okay, our first one is Ashley in Eloy. Lala is 7 months and she seems to have layers of teeth in her mouth. Should I be concerned? I wish we could see the teeth.
Like
she
a
is
shark.
a cutie. I know, like a shark,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Is that normal?
It is normal.
Oh.
And Ashley, don't worry. The problem you have to be concerned with, though, is if they don't fall out on their own. We may have to pull those baby teeth to prevent the abnormal eruption of the adult teeth. So about 7, 8 months of age is a good time to determine if that needs to happen.
Okay.
Or, and if so, it's a great time that you can coincide with that spay procedure on her.
I
Yeah,
see.
very common in these little Yorkie type breeds and tiny little breeds are those extra teeth.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
good to know. Cachet in Tempe says, my dog can get very destructive. How do I properly discipline her?
Oof.
Ooh.
How do you discipline that face?
I know.
So cute. You can do no wrong. Hey, so a lot of behavior questions keep coming in, and we could almost have a discussion, a segment on this alone. I think it really involves training.
Okay.
And really targeting the problem and focusing on the training. My favorite thing to do, Cachet, is keep the leash on in the house and direct supervision. It was when my kids were learning to crawl, I would never let them out of my sight.
Right.
Same thing with our dogs, and I think that leash is a mechanism to keep her close to you and work on foundational training and discipline. It doesn't have to be hard and firm discipline, but just very consistent, so she understands right from wrong from you.
Yeah.
So maybe try keeping the leash on in the house and don't let her get into trouble in the first place.
Which is so interesting because normally when we think leash, we think take him for a walk outside. Okay, Michelle in Peoria says, I have a 5-year-old lab. He's not so keen on brushing his teeth, and not to mention he's 120 pounds. What is the best alternative? Oh my gosh, adorable.
Take him through the car wash.
Oh, with his mouth open.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you see,
Oh,
well, Michelle, our black lab, as you know, we worked at a very young age to get her used to that desensitization, we call it.
yes.
And I think for him, don't just assault his mouth with the toothbrush and the toothpaste, but get the toothpaste on your finger, let him lick it off and turn it into a pleasurable experience.
yeah.
And then maybe that little finger caught, let it lick off the bristles so you get used to that textural thing.
Right.
And then you just slowly introduce.
Baby steps, yeah.
Yeah, otherwise Josie's over there still chewing on that bone and
I know, I can
really
hear her.
scraping
That's
her
the
teeth.
reward at the end.
That's the reward at the end, part of our program.
I know. Okay, I love it. Alex from Mesa says, I recently adopted Bojangles. How cute. When we are playing, he will occasionally lunge towards my head. Although he has never bitten or even nipped, he also wants to hold my finger in his mouth. Any suggestions on how to correct these behaviors?
Yes, it goes back to that leash again and letting a dog know that there's a time for recess and a time for work.
Okay.
And if you're setting him up to fail, meaning if you're engaging with the play behavior and he's going to do those lunges, I think you're kind of setting him up to fail. So you want to set a clear expectation as to when that is not appropriate, I guess. I would tell you, because what you don't know is if that is actually a form of aggression or is it just playful behavior.
Yeah.
And what you don't want to find out is the hard way by you or your friends or your children or your children's friends getting bit.
Yeah.
That can turn into a problem.
Okay. Finally, Denise in Phoenix says, I'm disabled and I just got a puppy. Is there a place I can take her to help me train her? She is 6 months crate trained.
Well, it's great, Denise, that she is crate trained. That can help with your potty training and just supports confidence and good behavior. So if, I would talk to the healthcare professionals in your group. It looks like, she's a beautiful dog. She needs grooming. So you can talk to your groomer, your veterinarian, about trainers in your area that might come to the house and help you fine tune some of these already good traits I'm guessing she has. So,
so sweet.
Yeah, she looks like a good friend.
I know. I can't tell if she's on her lap or what, but just so
She's like me leaning right now.
I know, exactly. We both are. All right, Brett, you are wonderful. And I know you're going to go back in our booth and help answer just 10 minutes of more viewer questions. And we appreciate your time. Thank you.